Hey guys, back with another Boo entry into the deck diary. Since last time, I've managed to get my hand on a few more Freezer charismatic villains, so I have a playset now, and lockdown has ended for where I am in regional Victoria. So I've actually gotten to play it properly against people, and the deck goes good. I found it has a lot of answers and can really control your opponent's board and put them on the back foot, but it still has the ability to go in for an aggro push. For a reminder, here is the deck list from the last video. At the time, I was proxying a fourth Majin Buu Ultimate Despair with the assumption I would want to run it at 4 and would make a point of getting that last copy I needed, but I've since dropped it to 3 and it's still consistent enough. First adjustments I made was to drop the Unadulterated Malice to 2, and likewise for the Beyond Super Saiyan 2. For the Beyond Super Saiyans, I wasn't finding myself using them very much, and for the Unadulterated Malices, I just dropped them for what I wanted to fit in, which was 2 Dark Broly Overwhelming Evils and 2 more Mighty Strike Vegetas. The Vegetas instead of the Boo was because I wanted more of that 25k attacker played from the counter and then Overlord draw fodder. I must admit I did forget about Boo's Floodgate ability, which is why I do end up putting him back in later. Seeing as I was already running the Vegetas that would search the Broly out, I thought, why not add him in? Broly is definitely one of the strongest unisons around. The Babidi is important for the deck, so I went with a 4-2 split, and that's good, especially as Broly is just a bit of a late game push kind of thing. I was very excited about what it meant to be able to Spirit Boost off Broly, making your opponent discard, but as I discovered when making the deck list a screenshot for this video, he has been eroded, so most likely specifically to prevent that exact interaction, which is a shame. It's still good in the deck regardless. Like I mentioned just now, I shouldn't have dropped so many Unadulterated Malices, so I have dropped 1 Vegeta to put 1 back in and making it a 3-3 split. Brilliant Absorption is good to have in hand just in case they manage to remove one of your boos, but 4 is a bit unnecessary, so I've dropped him by 2 in order to fit in a little bit of spice. Capricious Onslaught may not help this deck as much as it does the set 9 Boo deck, but as a 10k power boost that also removes anything that doesn't have barrier with no limits to skill cost, it certainly doesn't hurt. Super combos. Like I said in the last video, I was just running the basic Goku while I was deciding which super combo was the right fit for the deck. Mostly because I couldn't be bothered going through my collection for Paraguses or unsleeving Saiyamans out of another deck. Decision in the end was to go for Great Saiyaman. To play Mighty Absorption, you need him to be either in the deck or the drop, so if you get one stuck in hand, Saiyaman can bottom deck him, as opposed to Paragus where you have to warp something from hand. Sometimes that can be better because you get to see what you draw before you get rid, but in this deck I'm okay with getting rid before drawing. The final change I've made was to drop Power Beyond Super Saiyan 2 completely out, and I put in some late game push with Prince of Destruction Vegeta, Prideful Warrior. Power Beyond Super Saiyan is nice in theory, but it's a bit of clunk in hand. I'm usually tapped out early game when they play a unison or they don't have a battle card in play to be hit instead, but from that point on, it's dead in hand. It's most likely a good sideboard card for when playing decks that really rely on their unisons. Vegeta I've put in as a little bit of self-indulgence really. I never played the Majin Vegeta deck, so this awesome looking SPR has just been sitting unused in my folder, wasted. It's a bit of a risky play for 4 energy, but if you play it at the right moment, it can do the business. It's not clunking up the deck, so I'm happy keeping him in for now. And that's the deck. It's feeling pretty good at this point. I can't see any need for any more changes until I can test it properly in a tournament. I played my Gohan deck this week, so I will play Boo next time, and I will report back on how it went. I'll see you then.